Hey guys, so I am back for the second episode edition segment of Dr. Meghan College Advice series, and that is for friends slash roommates. So making friends, picking your roommate, basically anything having to do with friendship is going to be addressed in this video. So I hope you guys find this a little bit helpful. So the first thing is regarding a roommate. In order to find a roommate, you can go two routes. You can request or you can go random. Let me first off say that your request is not always going to be taken. They're not always going to be like, oh, yes, you requested this person, you're going to room with that person. It's fine, don't worry. Sometimes they lose things, sometimes they forget, sometimes they say, oh, it was too late, and you won't always get the person you request to room with. So know that going in. If you request someone, do not get your heart set on rooming with them, because I know tons of cases where people requested people and then didn't get to room with them ultimately. So looking for your roommate, I have three major things to say. First, look on your college Facebook page. You're gonna have a college Facebook page for like applying, like college page for like recently admitted people, like class of 20,000, 5 billion. Like you're gonna have like that class page. Definitely post on there being like, hey, I'm Billy Bob and I like cheese, who wants to room with me? And like a lot of people comment or people like, or just like stalk the page, see if anyone looks friendly. That's how Delaney and I met, if you ever wanted to know. We stalked each other on Facebook and ended up having like 50 mutual friends because we both live in NorCal and she goes to school with people I went to camp with, and I was like, you know so-and-so? You know so-and-so? And so basically that happened, and that's how we met. And then the second piece of advice is look on college chat rooms. I don't even know where these are or what they're called, but you can probably ask around. That's how our friends Pam and Marsha room together. They found each other in one of those like college chat rooms. That was like for our specific school, I guess. I really don't know.
It's called Room Surf.
Room Surf. Room Surf. Look up that. I don't know what, I really never did that, but that's what I've heard. And the third one is when you meet people at orientation. My orientation was overnight. I don't know anyone's orientation who was not overnight, and you will be randomly assigned a roommate then. I was assigned with one girl. She was super nice. Hi, Kara. I doubt you watch this. You live in my building though. But there's lots of girls. Like I met a ton of people there. Delaney and I actually planned and like texted to pick the same orientation date so we'd meet up and then meet each other. And that's how we were like, oh, like let's meet in person and see if we still click and get along. And that's how you can be a roommate. Don't feel weird about being awkward. Like if a girl wants to be your roommate and you don't want to be her roommate, just be like, oh, I'm really not sure. I want to make sure I make my right decision. Do not rush into picking a roommate. If you only go basing offline, like that's fine too, but try and meet up in person and see if you guys are compatible. Who's messy, who's clean, anything like that, to see if it works. But definitely orientation. I know a lot of people who met their roommate, their future roommate at orientation, because you just find people and you get along and you click really well. And make sure to be very outgoing at orientation, because that's where you make your first friends. I actually have two girls in my my theater history class that we're in my same orientation group, and we always talk, and I'm always like, hey, because it's cool, because if you're friendly and make friends then there's more people you're already friends with at school. Don't room with someone you already know. That's my biggest pet peeve when I have like friends from high school. It's like, oh yeah, we're rooming together. And I'm like, you've been friends for the last 18 years of your life and now you're gonna room together in college. I understand that it's kind of like a reassurance, a safety blanket thing that you know you're already friends with this person, so like why not? It's really easy. But honestly, like, you really need to branch out in college. College, you do not want to have the same stereotype you had in high school. You don't want to fit under the same criteria that you fit in high school. It really should be about you in this new realm. If you want to stay the same person you were in high school, if you were an awesome person in high school, great. But if you didn't have that great of reputation, or you had people who knew some not so proud moments of yours, try and step out of your place. Like try and like branch out. I have friends who go to, I have a couple friends who like went to my high school who go here. There's two. Well, I'm only friends with one of them. Hi, Will. But like try to really branch out, because who knows, like maybe in the span of 4 years, you and a friend from high school have a falling out, or your roommate will end up being a really awesome friend of yours. College is the time to branch out, so really try and stray away from like hanging out with the same group of girls from high school the entire time, because that's not fun and that's not what college is about. So if you went to a cliquey high school like Delaney did, well, all y'alls are bitches at her high school. I know you too. I don't like y'alls. I don't like y'alls. If you went to a cliquey high school, thankfully I was blessed to not have, so holler to all the people from my school, you're great. Definitely branch out. If your school was very cliquey and very set in cliques, and it was like, oh, the blonde girls hang out here, like everything, like it's like separate, like, oh, like the richy preppy girls here, like the stoners here, like the hipsters over here, that is not college at all. Branch out. don't be afraid to introduce yourself to new people, and just really, if you see someone who never would have talked to you in high school, or you never would have talked to in high school because they're either below or above you, fuck that. Literally, just fuck it. And just be like, oh, hey, like, my name's so-and-so. It's really about introducing yourself and just being overly friendly and meeting everyone, because everyone is just as scared as you are. You may not think that, but I can guarantee you every freshman there is shitting their pants. They're all terrified. So there's no reason for you to be scared too. Just reach out and just be like, oh, hey, I haven't met you yet. My name is Michael Bublé. Would you like to be in my next song? I don't know. Just introduce yourself to people and just be friendly and nice. Ask people out to lunch. That's a huge, 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 huge thing. Ask people out to lunch. If you see someone like sitting, like wandering, sitting alone, and you're with maybe your roommate, just be like, oh, hey, like, do you want to sit with us? Like, my name's blah, blah, blah. I can guarantee you just made their life. There's a lot of people, me included, if I wasn't friends with Delaney, like, the first day of school would have been terrifying for me because I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anyone. And for me, it felt like everyone else knew each other. But Delaney and I were like, you know what? If they know each other, fine. I can know them both too. So if you feel like you're seeing cliques, ignore that. I can guarantee you everyone's just as scared as you are, and it's all about being upfront. Don't be shy and introduce yourself. And because this is a new place, if you were the shy girl in high school, no one needs to know that you were shy. You can be the new outgoing girl in college. Take in mind that your friends will change. Maybe you and your roommate won't end up getting along and have a falling out, which is totally fine. You don't have to be best friends with your roommate, but Delaney and I are. Just saying. People just don't get along while living together, and they butt heads and stuff like that. I know every roommate has probably had a fight over something. And just know that you don't have to be best friends with your roommate. That's fine. You can. I have friends who I don't even know who their roommate is, because they're like, oh, we're just great roommates. We like live together. We're civil. We're fine. But there's like no like insane friendship there. They don't really like have heart-to-hearts, but they're just good people to live with because they're compatible in their living environments. And that's completely fine too. But make sure you know, like, don't have your heart set on staying friends with these people for the rest of school. Don't feel like you need to or anything like that, because schools change. Maybe you'll have friends in classes and you won't have in class anymore, or you'll move out of the dorms and they won't see each other anymore. Don't feel like you have to stick with the same group of people or get heartbroken if a friendship kind of falls apart, because it's a new place and everyone's meeting their people and finding their real like niche at their school and the people that they really get along with. So I'm going to tell you guys how I met my friend Justine. You guys have probably seen Justine in all my videos. Not all of my videos, but she's in a lot of my videos. Justine, I saw Justine walking across campus, and I literally ran up to her and I was like, hi, this is totally creepy, but I love your outfit. And she was like, oh my god, thank you. And I was like, this is even creepier, but you were at my orientation. Like, I saw you when they did the step across the line game. It was really funny because we had the same top. Like, that's so cool. And she was like, oh my god, that's awesome. By the way, I've seen your YouTube videos. And I was like, oh my god, cool. And I literally just caught up with the girl who I thought her outfit was cute, tapped her on the shoulder and was like, hey, your outfit's really cute. And then we were like, oh, hey, like, do you want to, I was like, oh, come, do you want to come over eat with me and my roommate Delaney? She'd love to meet you. Like, I think it'd be really fun. And she was like, yeah, for sure. And look at this now. We're all gonna room together. We're best friends, okay? That's one incident. Second one was Delaney and I meeting our friends Pim and Marcia. Delaney and I were going out to a party like week 0, and they were sitting in the lobby of the downstairs of our dorm, and we were like, hey, do you guys want to come to a party? And they were like, sure. Say yes to everything. Don't say yes like, hey, young freshman, would you like a bottle of roofies? Don't say yes to that. Say yes to things like someone's like, hey, do you want to get lunch? Yes. Not if they're scary and old. Man. Rapist. Don't do that. But definitely, like, if it's like girls being like, hey, do you want to come to a party with me? We're also freshmen and we don't really want to show up and being the only freshman. And it's like, you know what? Cool. Like, I'll go along with that. And that's how we met Pim and Marcia, and we're all still friends today. But basically, just really say yes to everything. If someone wants to hang out with you, keep your door open in your dorm hallway, because a lot of people are friends with their hall. I, again, have said I'm not friends with my hall. But keep your door open, play some loud music, knock on people's doors and be like, hey, we're like having a dance party in my bedroom, wanna come hang? And just like invite people over. It's just a really like goofy experience, it's really fun, but everyone's just as scared as you are. Honestly, do not be afraid of making friends, don't be scared. If you are more of a shy person, try getting involved. Even if you're not shy, join fun stuff. Join a sorority, or join a fraternity, or join a club, or a sports team, or dance team, or be a cheerleader, audition for something, do a play, anything like that where you're gonna meet a lot of people and being forced to make friends really quickly, because I can promise you getting involved is the #1 piece of advice I have for people who live on and off campus. It is going to help your life tremendously. You will meet hundreds of people within weeks just by being in your organization, and it is amazing, amazing, amazing way to make friends. Okay, so that is basically it. Honestly, good luck. I don't find it hard making friends, but again, I'm also really an over-friendly person, but just embody that. Just be like, I'm just gonna be like Meghan when she's obnoxiously annoying, being like, be my friend. don't scare people and be like, can I smell your hair? Just introduce yourself, be nice, and invite people to have lunch with you, and keep your door open. Just introduce yourself to people, and just know that everyone is just as scared to make friends as you are, and the upperclassmen are not scary. I made friends with upperclassmen before I made friends with freshmen. Everyone, that whole like social status, like age, hierarchy, that doesn't exist in college. So don't be afraid to make friends with the senior. Don't be afraid to make friends with a freshman if you're a senior. Everything's gonna be the same. It's very, very easy, and it's not the cattiness of high school or any of that social clickiness. So just go for it and make friends, and I have faith in you. It is not hard, nor is it scary. Everyone wants friends. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Thumbs it up if you like it, and I will talk to you on the flip side. Goodbye.